Vince McGooding.
Yep.
But yeah, so this was the pre and post natal panel, and I'm the pre, as in not pregnant, one day in the future. And I feel like with Juice Plus, there's this thing that everyone, it just clicks for them. Some people it's the business, some it's the product. And for me, I was heavily guilted into the business. So I didn't really have that click moment until I went to the huddle and I saw your baby. And we saw that picture. Like, that baby has an awareness about her. I mean, she is so beautiful. And it just sparked, like, I want a Juice Plus baby. I don't even have a boyfriend yet. I haven't asked
Care.
but I know I want one.
Right.
Still working on the dating part. But I'm taking later on. And so I got so passionate. I got so excited. And then I heard Michelle's story a couple weeks ago about her pregnancy. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than me just wanting a Juice Plus baby. There's genetics involved. I mean, I didn't know about the apps. I still don't really know about that. But, I mean, being in Colorado, I had terrible lungs. A little bit about my Juice Plus story. So, when I did join the business, I decided to faithfully take all of the capsules every day, mainly because I was paying for it. And I wasn't. Because I thought that I was healthy. I was a vegetarian. I had lost some weight the year prior. I was going to the gym about 4 to 5 times a week, and I wasn't eating a lot of sugar. I wasn't eating a lot of gluten, and I thought I was getting my vegetables. But I kind of came up with this realization that you don't know how dark of a room you're in until a light turns on. And for me, Juice Plus was that light. Because even though I felt healthy, the stress from college had completely damaged my hair. My hairdresser wanted to completely cut it all off. I mean, it was torn and just gross. And I have had asthma for the past 6 years, and severely bad asthma to the point where me and my nebulizer, we were like this. It stayed underneath my desk, and I would have to do a nebulizer treatment in the morning. If I could midday, I would do a treatment when I come home and right before I went to bed. And even though I was getting all of that albuterol, I would still wake up in the middle of the night gasping for air, like in a straight panic. I'd crawl over my bed, and it was all I could do to get the nebulizer in and pump in. And I don't know if any of you guys have asthma, but there is nothing more terrifying than gasping for air and just not being able to expand your lungs big enough to get air in. So when I started Juice Plus, I was like, this isn't going to do anything for me. And within 2 weeks, my hair started growing back so much thicker. I mean, L'Oreal, maybe she's Maybelline, whatever those commercials like. It was growing back healthy. But what I wasn't prepared for was about two or 3 months in, after taking the capsules, I realized that I hadn't used my nebulizer once. I cut back on my inhaler, and to this day, I was able to finally pack up my nebulizer, and I haven't used it, and that was in February. So instead of spending money on my nebulizer treatments, and I was also a sick kid, I would every cold I had because of my asthma would turn into bronchitis. I went to the doctor at least 3 or 4 times a year, even when I was in Australia, because I got bronchitis. I had to be hospitalized a couple of times because of my pneumonia. It would go in both lungs, and I couldn't breathe on my own. And so instead of spending money on these doctor visits and these steroid medications and all of this crap, I'm able to instead spend money and put it in my car to go on hiking adventures. I'm able to be active and do things and actually live like a 23-year-old, And so that's just about me. When I hear these stories about what I'm doing for my kids and my future generation and the grandbabies, oh my gosh, I get so stinking excited. I can't wait to have a Juice Plus baby. I'm so stoked. And who I'm going to be dating, he also needs to take Juice Plus. 2 genes. It takes 2 to tango. So. But for something that I was heavily guilted into. Thank you. Thank you to Donna for talking to my dad and my mom. I mean, for something that I wanted no part of, I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Because not only is my future healthy, but I have hope for my future family. I have hope for my kids' health. I mean, no doctor visits? That's insane. Like, I could sit here and go on for hours and hours about my gratitude. But if there's one thing that all of this has taught me, it's that there's hope. And there's so many other people who have succumbed to this idea that sickness is all they'll know. And that it's normal to take your kids to doctor visits. And it's normal for there to be children in hospitals. And that's not the case. I love that we have this opportunity to inspire hope and show people that there's another way. Especially, I mean, the biggest thing I'm learning is it's never too late. I'm hearing up here, some of you didn't start taking Juice Plus until 1 month or 2 months or your last month in pregnancy. And it's not too late for children either. I was 23 and I started taking it and it changed anything. So it's never too late. And that's just what I really love, inspiring in others. So that's me.